Welcome in, Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
What is going on? What is happening here?
Look what the cat dragged into this morning.
Man, I woke up this morning and I heard, as soon as I got here, I heard all these cats, and they were just, it was like a whole herd of them, maybe 50 of them.
Hey, I'm not a little guy.
And it was crazy because I've never seen this before. There was this long rope that was attached to someone's belt. Their belt loop, and all these cats were dragging him.
Yeah, on a wheelchair and everything.
And they got him here, and here he is.
Yeah, it was a long, cold journey, buddy.
Jason Thompson, after, a 6-week hiatus.
6 or 7 weeks, yeah.
Hiatus is back among us. Good to see you, brother.
How are you this morning?
Man, just blessed and highly favored because you're here, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this was happening. I put out the graphic. See, what happens is sometimes in life you just believe things, and God opens a door, and I just put your picture on the graphic instead of Deneane.
There last night, and we were sitting there having supper, and I said, boy, isn't he going to be surprised when I actually show up tomorrow?
And so here he is, man.
Yeah, finally got a little bit of strength and, enough where I can move around a little bit more. And so I said, man, I'm going to come do the show this morning.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy that you're back, Jason. We love you, man. We missed you. And,
I've missed being here, man. It's a highlight of my week.
Deneane held down the fort. She did all right.
She did a great job.
And so,
Thank you.
And Deneane, we love you too. I don't want to leave you on the back burner because Deneane held down the fort.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be around.
That's it, man. Well, the place did not catch on fire while Deneane was here. In fact, if you haven't noticed, things actually got a little bit cleaner, a little more organized. Folks don't see it behind the scenes, but man, we had boxes.
Well, they got to do that behind the scenes, subscription.
It's coming, $100 a month. We'll have exclusive content. Yeah, that'll never happen. So, do have some exciting news. Jason Thompson back with us here, and what a joy and a privilege. He just brings so much energy when he's here, and we're so thankful that Jason is back with us today. And thank you all for your prayers and
yes, thank every one of you.
Yeah, we're just continuing to believe in complete healing. You're going to be okay, man. And you're going to be back at it and ready to
just going to take a little time.
Get back after it, man. How's Ricky been doing? You know, has he been teaching classes and doing things?
He's been helping me out a lot.
He's not Jason though, but he's almost there, right?
Yeah, he helps. Yeah.
If you had like a scale of like, here's Jason, and I know you don't like me talking highly of you, but I'm going to because
Okay.
but if this was Jason like right here, where would Ricky be on that scale? Maybe
Oh, you know, he's like right about there.
okay, right about here.
Yeah.
So there's about a little 10% gap in there,
Maybe.
and that's good because we all need room to grow,
And
right?
here's the thing: Ricky and I complement each other.
Yes.
You know? There are things that he does better at that he's better at than what I do, and there's things that I do better than he does, and we work as a team. You know, there's really no difference. We both have our strengths. Sometimes I'm a little stronger in the classroom, and he's a little stronger on the range, and vice versa. So, but we work well together, and that's what makes us, you know, successful.
You just made up probably the number one hit country song that's going to be coming out here soon.
Who's going to sing it?
What did you just say? You're strong in the classroom,
Sometimes I'm stronger in the classroom.
and sometimes he's stronger on the range.
Well, sometimes he is, and vice versa.
Sometimes he's stronger in the classroom. Other times it's on
Lord,
the
we got him
range.
started singing this morning.
But we're all gonna work together, and no one's gonna be deranged. home on
It's
the range, where Ricky and Jason play. That's it, man.
That's it. That's all you got this
That's
morning?
it, man.
All right.
People just completely, man. They
Hey,
got.
at least it wasn't rap.
Yeah, we ain't doing that, man. We know better than that. So, well, it's good. Hey, today, Tactical Tuesday.
Yeah.
We are here with Jason and Deneane Thompson, the Thompson family. One day, Ricky's going to get on. We're going to have to figure out how to do that. But we would not be able to bring you this show without our great friends at Guardian Defense. They are the experts in our community at self-protection, making you become aware of your surroundings. We want to give a big thanks, too, to Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers. We just put an article up on the website last night at HelloHuntsvilleTX.com of all the local organizations. And it's not all of them, but it's a handful of them that Elliot's Jewelers supports. So make sure you go check that article out on the website. And then, of course, a big thank you to Paul Oley of the Gallery. We wouldn't be here without him as well. And we're so gracious to have Guardian Defense here. We appreciate and love the Thompson family very much. And again, for all your needs, when it comes to self-protection, awareness, I want to mention that too, self-awareness. What's going on around
Awareness
you?
is the biggest, you know, probably the biggest piece of the pie when it comes to protecting yourself, guys. It really and truly is. You need to be aware of your surroundings. And we have so many things that distract us from that these days. All this technology. And we all carry it around in our pocket, each and every one of us, called a cell phone.
You know, I was thinking of this morning, especially because you guys being here.
Especially in the holiday season.
Yeah, the holidays, but I was thinking.
I mean, look at what happened at the bank yesterday. Santa Claus decided to rob the bank.
I didn't see, you know, and Bridget sent me that, and there was like some people were like chuckling about that. Like, oh, look, Santa came, and he wasn't even armed or whatever. But it's a serious situation. You don't know what's going
You
on.
don't know if that person's armed. I mean, guys, I can walk around all day long with 3 or 4 guns on me, and you'll never see them.
No, you wouldn't notice.
No.
Yesterday, and Bridget sometimes, probably questions me. We've never talked about it, sweetheart, but she gets annoyed sometimes because I'll lock the door at the back, at the back of the door. It's just a habit of mine, locking the door all the time. And I'm talking about like the garage door because, the main garage door closes.
Right.
But I thought of you because I thought about if somebody, God forbid, ever broke into the house, I want to have multiple layers of protection.
You do. Anything you can do to slow them down, and then learning how, what you should do inside your home. And that's stuff we teach. We have classes about that and we practice, So, yeah, that's always a great thing is to be self-aware. You're out and about, you're shopping, the holiday season. Guys, start paying attention to who's around you and what's around you.
There's a lot of things happening. I just saw a stat, by the way, that Amazon continues to deliver more packages than UPS during the holiday season, which is unbelievable. Amazon has become one of the USPS is still number one.
I think Amazon is keeping the Postal Service in business.
If you think about it, and I don't want to, I'm always positive and upbeat, but it's funny how government-ran organizations lose money and they still stay in business.
Right.
But then you have private organizations. And I say private. I mean, Amazon's publicly private, but they're publicly traded.
Right.
Amazon. But these companies, if they operated at a loss consistently, they wouldn't be in business.
No.
But so hats off to Amazon delivering packages. I'm thankful for them.
You know, I'll give you a perfect example. Last Sunday, guys, we live in the woods.
Deep in the woods.
Deep in the woods, okay? And we were coming in last Sunday, and there is 2 U.S. Postal Service trucks on my county road, okay? Now, there ain't but about 6 houses down there total, and we have 3 of them, and we didn't get any packages. But there was 2 postal trucks on a Sunday at 3 o'clock delivering packages on our road.
Did you get a little kind of heartbroken, Deneane, whenever those trucks roll up and you're like, man, I hope that's something coming in for me, and then it doesn't happen? Does that ever happen?
Not really, because we get a lot of freight as it is.
You're like, whatever. Well, to me, I get a little bummed out, you know, when I see the Amazon. I'm like, man, I just wish that guy was bringing me something.
Nah.
You know? And I don't mean it not in a bad way to Bridget or anything. It's just, you know, it's like Christmas when that guy shows up.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but you know, if you ordered it for yourself, you know what's coming.
But I mean, even still, then when that package and you order it for yourself and you know that what it is, it's still like, oh yes,
yeah,
you know?
it's here.
Well, with us, you know, our Amazon account, all of us can see it because we use it with the business and other things. So it's really hard for me to get something for the guys and keep it a secret because it pops up when you place the order and when it gets shipped. And it's just like, really, guys? And I'll tell Ricky, don't look at Amazon. Don't look at Amazon.
Or don't tell your daddy what I ordered.
But you know that you know what's coming in. So, well, big shout out to all the postal workers, all of you. And I wasn't
whether it's UPS, FedEx, they've got a hard job this season.
They do.
You know, and guys, if you're thinking about ordering a special gift for someone in your life, don't wait till the last minute because, guys, freight is slow right now. I mean, it's slow to come.
It is.
Holiday season. Even though FedEx is laying off a bunch of pilots, you know, trying to get them to be airline pilots for a while, but it's still slowed down.
It has, but just be gracious to folks out there. And I want to encourage you this morning. Maybe that's the inspiration today. We always try to find a point somewhere in the show, and maybe the inspiration today is just because someone else around you is having a bad day, you could be the light to turn that person's day around. There's been situations in my life, man, where I've came across somebody and I'm like, why are they grumbling? I'm so tired of this.
Right.
But I started to realize, you know what, man, maybe that person's grumbling because something terrible happened to them, or maybe they're just burnt out. We've all been burnt out.
Maybe they're tired. Maybe they've been working a lot of overtime. You know, they're just wore out, you know, trying to provide for their family, maybe get that little bit of extra, you know, those extra gifts for the kids or whatever's going on in their life. You never know.
Just tell them you appreciate them and mean that. And you know what?
Trust me, I've been going through some rough times.
Yeah.
And there's been days that I've been super grumpy just because of what I've been going through.
And that's why we need to support each other. And all you got to do is say, hey, man, appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
And you'd
be surprised what a phone call or a text message will do, you know, to brighten someone's day.
Or like a, you know, freshly cooked hamburgers or a T-bone steak or, you know.
Well, you know, that's great too. But, you know, it's the little things.
Hey, you're still doing a diet. You've been doing pretty.
I have put some of the weight back on because I had to modify it because I wasn't taking in enough to let my body heal.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
But so the diet, can you eat like a steak? Is it a meat?
Oh, I can eat all the meat I want. You know, all the protein. I ate a lot of steak. I ate a lot of steak, and I still do. But I had to incorporate some more carbohydrates. I needed the energy, the extra energy, to let these wounds heal.
Yeah, well, that's good, man. Well, again, support local business. Our friends at Thompson Family Guardian Defense. You can find out more on them at guardiandefensellc.com. Again, they are the experts here in our area in self-protection awareness. They've got a firing range. You can go out there, gun range, learn the proper way to utilize a firearm, and also purchase ammo and firearms as well to protect you and your family.
Whatever we can do to help you guys.
Awesome. Well, we do have a guest that'll be joining us here in just a few moments. Vicki McKenzie comes on the show here on Tuesday. We see her once a month along with Terry Coleman from time to time as our real estate experts. And so we get to hear from one of the two ladies during the month at some point. And so Vicki was on the docket today, and we got that approved by the judge. The docket is signed, and we're good to go. So, you know, everything's good. It's good to have Vicki. We'll have her
So what's
coming
the judge's name?
It's just we can't disclose that just due to privacy regulations. HIPAA is not just medical, you know. So, but you know, the judge has allowed the docket to come through the court system, and here she is. So,
well, that'll be awesome to see Miss Vicki this morning.
I didn't even know where that would be. I don't even know why I said that. The
I don't know, but I was just going to play along.
Yeah, we can't reveal the name of the judge.
No.
So,
No, Vicky's already here. She's back behind the cameras.
yeah, we need to get hers like associate camera operator. I'm really excited. I did want to mention this too, and we're hoping and praying and believing that we're finally going to get a little help here with Hello Huntsville. God's opened.
I'm as soon as I can drive, man, I want to put in for it.
Well, we're working with the university now in their intern program, and so God is opening some doors there, and so we're really excited that hopefully in the next couple of days we'll be able to interview a couple of interns, and we're going to have a paid intern here helping us out with stuff behind the scenes, and also
cool.
doing some community engagement as well, which is really important. And, we wanted to build a good positive relationship with Sam Houston State. I mean, it's right here in our backyard, and when you think of interns, sometimes people think, man, I just need somebody to do something. And my heart and desire has always been, let's bring people on, but let's actually sit down with them and let's teach them. Let's put together coursework for life skills.
But here's the thing about those internships. Guys, helping somebody achieve their goals is great, okay? And on-the-job training, you can't beat it. So I think internships are great. That's what I do. That's where I started, was teaching. I didn't start out selling guns. I started out teaching and recommending places to go buy guns, and said, man, I'm giving up too big of a piece of the pie.
It's probably a good idea you did it that way instead of started selling them and then teaching them. What does this thing do? I don't know.
You would be surprised at how often we come across that. And the phone calls that I get almost weekly, people wanting to learn. And that's the best. Yeah. I love to teach more than anything else, and help somebody get to those goals.
Well, the other day when that young gentleman came.
Yeah. Had a young man come out on Sunday. He was very happy when he left. He had going through TDC Academy and had some difficulties with the firearms, never been around guns. He came out. Rick spent about 2.5, 3 hours with him, and he was elated when he left. He was like, he even asked, hey, can I recommend you to other people? And I said, sure, here's some business cards. Give them to your friends.
Yeah, that's good, man.
That's how you know when you can, and it's not about the money. It's about seeing the smile on his face.
That's so right, Jason. I think sometimes in business we get so wrapped up, and I've always had.
Yeah, we want to be successful. We want to provide for our families. But, when you have a customer that's happy and asks you, hey, can I refer you, man, that's better than any amount of money.
I think sometimes in corporate settings, there's so much focus and so much pressure by upper levels about the bottom line that we completely disregard everything in between.
Yeah, the customer service.
Yeah, and the customer service is the number one thing. And a lot of times in that mindset, we're so focused on, and I say we, I'm not part of that group, but I'm not putting anybody down that is, because corporate stuff is stressful.
It is.
But really, it's about relationships, and relationships will bring the reward. And that's what, when I had my IT company, I always told our guys were always like, man, we need to charge for this and do this. And to a point, I agreed. I mean, we did have to start charging for what we call quick fixes, because the reputation got out around town that they could bring their computer to us for very simple problems, and we'd fix it in 5 minutes and go about their way.
Right.
We started charging $20, and not one person complained about it.
No.
But there's sometimes too to where, it's something so simple that it's just like, do you really need to charge for this? Because I know let's say you came in.
A lot of it is, can you live with charging somebody for something that didn't take much of your time?
Well, for a perfect example, I mean, one lady came in one time, her computer wouldn't start up. Mm-hmm. It's an old laptop, and it's because she had a CD in the laptop, and it was trying to boot off the CD. Mm-hmm. We pushed a button, found it, literally in 15 seconds, knew what the problem was, because we heard the CD-ROM spinning up. Took the disc out. It was like some old restore disc. I was like, do you need this anymore? And it didn't even go to that computer. She was like, no, I don't. I guess my grandkid put it in. So we just tossed it. Mm-hmm. And her computer booted fine. We didn't charge her. You know what? That lady went and told 20 people probably about the great service that she received. And that's where I'm getting at. If you're in business, focus on the relationships, and the reward of that will come later.
That's it.
And I think that's why, you hear a lot of businesses in the first year will fail. Well, I think a lot of businesses will fail in the first year because of a number of things. And I'm not preaching to business owners this morning, but maybe there is something to this. When you think about a business that's failing in the first year, there's several things that will happen. One of them is, did you do a good research on, is that business actually needed in your community?
Right.
If somebody comes here downtown Huntsville and opens up an Apple stand on the square, chances are it's not going to be here more than a year. No disrespect to farmers and workers, but there's places like the market that happens on Saturday for that.
Right.
That is a very hard, sustainable, unless you got some sort of amazing like apple pies, apple crisp.
Well, you're
those
talking
kind of
about an
things.
apple stand. I mean, apples are only in season so much
Yeah.
out of the year. You know, in the United States, what's it going to cost you to get them from overseas? You know, and how fresh are they going to be? And how many apples do people eat? You know.
Does this mean the Thompson family apple farm is going to be a Guardian Defense apple farm
Well,
opening soon?
no, this isn't the area to grow apples if you do just a little bit of research because
See, there you go. See?
we
That's
don't
it, though.
have enough days below a certain temperature to really produce apples locally.
Well, and that's what I'm getting at. So no disrespect to anybody, but I think about that. One is the product and service you actually have, is it in demand? The second thing is, how much time are you putting into your business, working on your business? And here's where I get with this. A lot of people spend so much time working in their business that they forget that they need to work on their business. And
Well, like Chamber and the WCRC, you know, being involved in your community, all that makes a difference. You know, it's not just coming out working your business, you know, dropping a bunch of money on advertising. You need to get out and build those relationships, you know, with other business owners, people in the community. You know, get your name out there. It makes a huge difference.
100% right. And there's a lot of business owners that I talked to back in the day that said, you know, that first year we didn't make it. And the first question I'd ask them too was, I would look at their products and services and I'd say, okay, you had the demand was there. You had a good service. Maybe it was a cleaning business, for example. There's always a demand for cleaning. But maybe what you didn't do, I'll ask them, did you join the chamber? Well, yeah, I joined the chamber. Okay, great. I never saw you at any of the meetings.
Right.
And then they would say, well, the chamber didn't do anything for me. And I'll say, well, it's kind of a two-way street. I mean, it's not a one-way thing. Yeah, you need to invest, because I think the chamber is the number one greatest resource in any community. But you have to be there, because when you show up, that is when the relationships form.
That's it.
And it's so critical. And I think that's true in life too. You know, we can so easily send something by Facebook or a private message or Instagram, or Jason
post videos wherever.
Jason's
you know.
on TikTok. You know, he's like shaking his waist. So what's
I don't
up?
even have a TikTok.
J-Tom TikTok, baby. And, you know, but that doesn't communicate very well, Jason.
No, it doesn't.
You know?
Nobody wants to see this guy doing that. Trust me.
And you know what they were saying over the last 7 weeks? They catch me rolling, you know, and you can't be doing that, Jason. Come on, man.
That's all I'm doing now. I'm rolling.
So, but in all seriousness, and it's true for anything in life. I want to encourage you this morning. Maybe a little bit more inspiration this morning is, if you're involved in a situation, maybe there's some tension, maybe there's something brewing, and you know what? The best way to stop that is to pick up the phone, to call somebody and say, hey, let's go grab dinner tonight. Let's go grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Communication and is so important, and you need to be face-to-face with people to really understand their emotions.
Yeah, you can't do that over text message.
Or even a phone call.
No, it needs to be a face-to-face, because you can't see their face, you know, and if it's a text message, you can't hear, you know, the tone of voice or the emotion in the voice. You just can't do it.
Nope.
And too many times, you know, words can be misconstrued or taken the wrong way, and next thing you know, your friend and you are, you know, having a disagreement, or maybe you don't even have a friend anymore, just because they read it wrong. They took it wrong.
Well, Vicki, patiently waiting. We're going to bring her on here in just a second. Before we take our first break and also go over our word for this week, Kyle Kreiner did have a question. Jay says, does Guardian have a rifle range?
We can make accommodations with a little bit of advance notice to shoot rifles at a longer distance. We don't have the rifle range backstop in quite yet, because I'm not willing to take on any debt.
Gotcha.
So,
but they can make accommodations.
Well, I
for
can
you.
make accommodations for you to shoot your rifle.
And if you want to donate to the rifle range, come on out.
Yeah,
man.
well, that's
know?
the way you're donating to it, is coming out
Yep.
and shooting on the range, because that's what we do with you know, with the money that comes in from the range is we reinvest it.
That's it. Let's support local business, y'all, and continue to lift up our community. We're going to step aside, take a break. Before we do, as a reminder, our show is brought to you every Tuesday by Guardian Defense, your experts in all things personal security and safety. Check them out online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Also, our keyword, chill. Why don't you just chill out? Just chill, all right? CHILL.
Well, it is chill outside.
It's chill, and we're going to chill. So text that in, chill, along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. Boy, I'm getting hungry. I need to go see Randolph. Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. Phone lines are open at 936-339-0139. Again,
Phone lines or text line?
Text line. Phone.
You just said phone line.
Well, it's phone. It's
are we going to have a call-in show or something?
phone and text line.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So
I think we need to do a call-in show one of these days.
You know, I'm just worried, man. We can't screen the calls, and you know, there's some rowdy ones out there.
Once we get the intern, you know, that will be their job.
Yeah, we need to have the 10-second delay in the beep. You know, whenever somebody says something they shouldn't.
We get the our helps, trained to try to identify the people we don't want on.
What you do in that situation, if you don't have the delay mechanism, you take your elbow and you just bash the equipment and shut it down, and that's all you do. So
say, "Oops,
stop it!" No, boom. So, anyways, 936-339-0139. Text in the keyword "chill" along with your name. We'll step aside, take a break. We'll hear our local weather, a word from our sponsors, and more. And we'll have Vicki McKenzie on the other side, your real estate expert here on Hello Huntsville. We'll be right back after this. It's your show. Good morning, Huntsville. Hey everyone, Rob Hipp here. Here's your latest weather update. Today, expect a partly sunny sky, gradually clearing up to full sunshine, a pleasant high around 61 degrees. North wind about 5 miles per hour will shift to the east in the afternoon, bringing in a gentle breeze. Tonight, skies remain mostly clear. The temperature will dip to a cooler 42. The calm wind will turn south at 5 miles per hour. As we look ahead to Wednesday, it'll be partly sunny again with slightly warmer, highs near 63. Southeast wind will pick up a bit, blowing 5 to 10. However, change coming Wednesday night. Showers likely. We might even see and hear some thunderstorms after 4 a.m. The night will be cloudy with a low around 55. 70% chance of precipitation coming up on Wednesday. But enjoy today. It'll be nice. Stay tuned for more updates and always keep an umbrella handy. Hey, friends, have a great and blessed day. In the heart of Huntsville, a story of faith and community unfolds. Kevin and Lisa McKenzie, known for their beloved McKenzie's Barbecue, have always been a beacon of generosity in Huntsville. Today, they need our support. Lisa McKenzie is facing a challenging medical journey with a significant procedure ahead. The cost is steep and the need is urgent, but in times like these, our community shines brightest. You can be a part of Lisa's journey to recovery. Donate online at fbchuntsville.org and click on Lisa McKenzie under the Give section. Every contribution, large or small, makes a difference. You can also join us on Sunday, December the 3rd from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at McKenzie's Barbecue. Your donation will not only support Lisa's medical needs, but also get you a delicious lunch as a token of gratitude. As the Bible reminds us in Matthew 6:21, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Let's show where our heart is, Huntsville. Thank you for your prayers, your generosity, and for spreading the word. Together, we can help Lisa McKenzie and her time of need, because nothing is impossible when a community stands together in faith and love. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Ho, ho, ho! This is Jensen.
This is Zane. And Caroline.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
This is Leah Lineback with Sweet Caroline's Floral Shop. Our family would love to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Email your holiday greeting at victory@spiritradio.fm.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
All right, friends, back at it here. Time now, 7:35. Little 35 on it. It's that old rap song, something like something lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. 25 lighters on my dresser. We got 35 on my dresser this morning, Mr. Thompson. So 35. I don't have any lighters on my dresser. If I did, it would be to like light incense or something. Incense smells kind of good, right?
I guess.
You're not an incense type guy. I wouldn't take you as an incense type guy.
No, I don't like incense, and my wife, I love her to death, and she'll tell you that if she buys the wrong air freshener, the little plug-in things, I'm like, nope, you got to turn that off.
Do you get like that little
the scented wax things? No, there's some of them like, nope, that one's gone.
It gets that little itch up in your nose, and I feel you, man. So
so.
Well, you know what's a good itch and a good feeling is when Vicki McKenzie joins us, too.
I'm telling you.
Good morning.
I'm so glad to have Vicki on this morning.
It's great to have
Glad you're here.
Great to have you, Vicki. So good to have you. She's our real estate expert here on Hello Huntsville. You can see her articles along with Terry Coleman, our two real estate experts, on our website. You just go to Guides and Features, a little thing that says Real Estate Experts, and we so appreciate you, Vicki, and the content that you provide to us, and just educating folks here in Huntsville about what's going on in the market. And boy, I got to tell you, you have been rocking and rolling. Some great things happening. What's been going on in your world over the last month or so since we've seen you?
Wow, in the last month.
In the real estate world, yeah.
Yeah, several opportunities have presented themselves to me. So I've been really busy with a developer. We did our first reading for City Council last Tuesday, and everything looked really great. We didn't have, in the public hearing, we had good feedback and everything from the developer. So we are bringing affordable housing to Huntsville is the goal. The average TDC employee, city employee, the
backbone of our community.
The backbone of our community, absolutely. Their loan approval based on their income definitely is, I don't know how to say this, but it's not quite where we need it to be based on the cost of houses today,
Right.
And so we have found a way. I was in College Station, and there's a community called Midtown Reserve, and they have 4,000 square foot lots, and they have smaller footprints. Land's expensive. Mm-hmm. Even most people say, oh, Texas land is the most affordable. Well, it's becoming more and more and more scarce, and so
it is because everybody's moving from other states because we have it good here.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So I found a developer who will do a smaller footprint of land. It just has to be approved through the planning development, and they've done that board and now council. So it'll go the first Tuesday in December for the final vote. And I'm very excited about that. My Homes for Heroes, I'm presenting my 5th check in the last
awesome.
2 months, and I'm very excited about that. So I'll do that on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. And I love Homes for Heroes. I love being an affiliate for Homes for Heroes. I've been able to, I donate 30% of my commission to the Homes for Heroes organization, and that foundation pays my client, the hero, a almost 1% rebate back on the sale price of their home. So
that's amazing.
I love that. It's my 5th check presentation in the last couple months, and I'm loving it. And I'll just keep working with teachers, law enforcement, first responders, fire, EMS, medical professionals, and administration through all that. So I'm really excited to get with the school district, and I've been with the hospital board, so really working to
spread the word on that, especially with affordable housing coming.
Right.
You know, one of the things that I noticed is we have such great talent. We were just talking about your internship. We have such great talent at Sam Houston State University, and we want to retain that talent here in Huntsville. They move here. They fall in love with Huntsville. They volunteer at events. They intern in our businesses.
They're voluntold also.
Yeah, that too.
Voluntold, that's a big one.
And then whenever it comes time, you know, I worked with a lot of students, and I'd say, you know, they were doing law enforcement. I'd say, oh, did you apply at Huntsville PD? And, you know, and they're like, oh, I applied at Conroe. And I was like, well, what made you do that? Well, I can't afford to find a place to live here. You know, it's just easier to, you know, move where I can afford it. So we're looking to expand that to where we can retain the talent at, you know.
We do. We have a lot of talent at the university.
Yeah. So lots of great things going on. Very busy. We got the parade this Saturday.
That's coming up.
Praying that the rain will hold off and that we'll have beautiful weather. And, you know, just talked about getting out in the community. You know, I'm excited. Right. We have a business after hours today out at Carolina Creek. I went to Carolina Creek Saturday night. I did the ropes course, or the adventure park as they call it. And,
how was it?
It was great, but my back was killing me.
Are all the lights out when you do that? Did you do the zip line also? Is that part of, oh, cool.
It's beautiful. Oh, you have to go. It's so beautiful. I mean, it's fun. You go down, and it ends too quick after climbing those stairs, you know.
Well, we mentioned, again, Vicki McKenzie joining us this morning here on Good Morning Huntsville. Always a pleasure to have her, just bright light and energy here in our studio. And Vicki, you know, today is such an important day, too. There's so much going on in Huntsville. You know, I've got our preferred partners at 8:15, and then we have WCRC at noon. And we want to encourage businesses, hey, if you're looking to network, a lot of great opportunities with the Chamber, with the Walker County Referral Cooperative. And then tonight, through the Chamber at Carolina Creek, is the business after hours at 5:15 out there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But today's such an important day, and I started to allude to this and then kind of shifted gears, but one of the reasons we put the article out last night from Elliott's Jewelers about the local nonprofits is today is Giving Tuesday.
That's right.
It is.
And this is an opportunity for folks on the national level, and it's been promoted nationally, but it affects local businesses right here, local nonprofit businesses, organizations here in our community. Think about the nonprofits that are doing great work. We had Safe House on yesterday and talked with Tracy Stout, the executive director. So many great organizations. You just mentioned Home for Heroes. But friends, today is a day to really think about these nonprofits. And I know everybody's hitting everybody up, it seems like these days, for some sort of resource financially. But I want to encourage you, even if it's just $1, if it's $5, that money can go a long way to support local nonprofits.
Well,
such an important day
just like the
today.
Safe House. You know, they had some needs. They posted on social media. You know, maybe you just have some extra stuff. Maybe it's some clothes. Maybe it's, you know, toys. They help out families that are in need. You know, when you're in need, you're not real picky on what you get.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, Vicki, talk maybe a little bit about what this day means to you. You know, someone who's active and with Homes for Heroes. I know you're helping in that avenue, but it's such an important day for all nonprofits here.
Absolutely. I mean, you give what's in your heart, and, you know, I think about the woman in the Bible who, you know, if she only gave a penny, then she gave what she could, you know, and so you can't receive with a closed fist. It's the way I've always looked at it in life, you know.
I like that.
And, you know, it goes a long way. And don't give what you don't, just, you know, your scraps or your leftovers, you know. I mean, we could take our used things to Safe House as well, but,
well, I mean,
you know,
if that's what you have, I mean, it's like when we did the fundraiser for Raise a Hope. We had a family that came up there, and they, honestly, just by meeting them, you could tell that they didn't have a lot of extra.
Wow.
Okay? But they came in and they gave everything that they could.
Yeah, the trailer came by. I remember that specifically. Took a photo with that family, and it just it tugged at your heart. Like, out of all the things that were given that day, and was so blessed to have so many people, like that specific family, they just said, we heard about this and we wanted to help. And there were, and he even told me, he goes, there's some things in here maybe you can't use, and he goes, if you can't, just get rid of those, but the majority of it we could use. And it went a long way.
It did go a long way, you know, and it was just really heartfelt, the energy that they came with.
I spend a lot of time watching, and don't ask me why. I guess that's what I kind of do to go to sleep at night. I watch all those like furniture transformations, and I see that, and I'm like, man, how do they do that? You know, how do you visualize what this can be? And I know the Safe House will take furniture and stuff. So, you know, if you're one of those people that like to flip furniture and turn a dresser into a, you know, buffet
Taj Mahal.
I'm telling you, I mean, I am in awe. I mean, you'll see this broken down. I saw this one where the two of the drawers were missing. Well, they made the dresser like a little reading nook with a bench and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, that was They repurposed it to something so beautiful. So don't look at anything and think that it's not good enough, because somebody can make it something amazing. And I know Safe House does take furniture and stuff. So if you've got something that might just have some nicks and bumps and maybe even a missing drawer, it's okay. Somebody can do something with it.
And I knew where you were kind of going to, Vicki, on the comment about, you know, you had said don't just bring the scrap. Like if you got broken toys, don't bring broken toys.
No, that's kind of what I meant. Yeah.
Now if you have jeans with holes in them, that's kind of a trend now, I think.
Very much so.
People pay big money for those lasers to burn those in there. That's
Jason,
how they do it.
I wish I had my remote camera working, because Jason's wearing those jeans that have like those holes in the thighs, you know?
Really?
Man, some nice thighs there, Jason.
Yeah,
I'm just
thanks,
kidding.
man.
I'm looking down, but what are you talking about?
This is what I'm going to tell you. If Jason had holes in there, you wouldn't need these lights going.
Just kidding. His jeans are perfectly fine. But yeah, it's a really important day, and I know we've mentioned Safe House. Organizations like the Care Center of Huntsville.
Right.
I take a lot over there.
You know, the Good
Wonderful
Shepherd
ladies.
Mission. Mm-hmm. You know, they need support. There's so many groups in Huntsville that do amazing things that could use a little bit of help. And they get a lot of help this time of year, and we need to bring this back up when, you know, in the spring and the summer.
Like Rays of Hope. It's perfect timing.
Because there's times of the year that they don't get that support.
Absolutely. And one thing right now that you can do to help a family that's in need, our friends, we've been talking about them here for the last few weeks, the McKenzie family, the benefit for Lisa McKenzie, going to happen on December the 3rd. So that's coming up as well before too long. It's an opportunity for you after church. If you go to First Baptist, Pastor Bale will get you out of there by noon. That's why, you know, he's like, we're done, we're going. So if you get to church and then just come right on after 11:30 to 1:30 on Sunday, December the 3rd, an opportunity for you to go out to McKenzie. It's going to be quick, and really the way that we've envisioned this, and we're going to talk to Kevin on Wednesday a little bit more about kind of the process for this, but we really want it to be kind of a drive-through event to keep it, because once folks start coming in, the lines start backing up, and it gets kind of difficult to go in and out, and so we're really working on the logistics of this to be a drive-through type event. So perfect. It's so easy. You just drive through. You'll be able to get a sack of lunch, give a donation that you feel is appropriate. Whatever you can give would be great. And then you'll be able just to cruise right back. I believe it's off 10th back there, out the back, and just drive through. There'll be tents set up. Some of the youth from First Baptist Church will be there helping out alongside our worship pastor, Alan Barnes, and many other folks. And so a great day going to happen on Sunday, and this is a great opportunity to give back. And then that evening, we appreciate Lois Stellick over at Old Town Theater, as she has organized a concert fundraiser from 3 to 5. It's going to have John Slaughter, Dave McMahon's going to be there, Buford Snowden, and then our very own John Sheptalk as well. And so that'll be a continuation of this event. And so I know it's Giving Tuesday today, but you can start thinking today about how you can give going forward.
Sunday.
Right.
And a great opportunity to help out some folks in our community.
Yes, so they can get that deductible met.
And think about it too, I know that this day is really kind of set aside to really put a heavy focus on nonprofits, but I want to encourage you this morning, think about your neighbor.
Absolutely.
Have you seen your neighbor in a while? Many of us, there's a neighbor next door to me that I just can't even recall their name. To my left. Now, the neighbors to the right, I know them very well, but they got a little bit more yard in between us on the left side.
Okay.
But this is like even a call to myself this morning. Think about your neighbor. When's the last time you talked to your neighbor? Because the more that we know our neighbors, the more that we may understand what needs they have. And maybe some of us, and I know that these folks are doing okay. I mean, I see their vehicles moving and all that. But think about some neighbors that maybe you haven't seen their car move in a while, or maybe you've seen them having a hard time getting around. There may be an opportunity for you to give to them today, to go over and just check on them and say, hey, can I bring you a meal? It's another
Make a
way
batch
to give.
of cookies.
Yeah, make a batch of cookies.
$2 a Pillsbury little tube and pop them in the oven. Your house will smell great.
Can you bring us some of those, Lisa?
Oh,
Can
you
do
know
that
what? I
today?
can.
I'm just kidding. We're not. Yeah, I'm just kidding. So, but think about that today. But also think about just the organizations in our community that could really use your help right now. I know that giving across the board, actually, from what I was researching the other day, is kind of down right now, just with food costs being so high.
Food and fuel and You know, the inflation that we've sustained over the past few years, it's put a hurt on people's pocketbook.
Gas was at like 75 a barrel. So it's funny though, because it takes it like a month for the prices to reflect. Here's a funny thing.
Only on the downside though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. When it goes up, man, that price immediately overnight.
No, not overnight, man. 5 minutes, I mean, it's the same gas that's in those tanks, but man, if they could sell it for more money, and in the businesses, they have to do that because that's what it's going to cost them to replace it.
I always joke about not putting any business down, but it's kind of became a joke. One of the jokes in Huntsville is like car washes and restaurants. The one to me, and they're all great. I love that they're all here. My favorite one though is the gas station over here at the intersection. It's always like $2 higher than Bridget last.
And everybody picks on them in town.
It's became
a contract.
Yeah, it's became kind of a fun like, hey, that's all right. $3.99 when they're across you $2.62 or something.
I filled up for $2.34 yesterday down in Conroe.
Really?
I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
At QT.
Yeah. Well, no, at Valero at Calvary. Well, that's
they're
Willis,
the same
but
price.
yes,
They're
they
the same
compete
price.
big time. So
Yeah,
they're
those
billboards
two.
right there.
And then you have Love's that's in the middle that's like 20 cents higher.
Yeah.
And they ain't getting no love if they're 20 cents higher.
No.
So
Well,
unless they're going to Wendy's.
Well, here's the thing. That store, that's how they regulate their traffic. I used to know the GM for that truck stop.
Yeah.
And they use their fuel price to regulate the amount of traffic so that they don't hold the customers too long.
Huh.
That's one thing that I work on. I work with a lot of couples and individuals that want to buy a house. And I was a Dave Ramsey coach at my old church for some small groups for a couple years. And that's just something that working with a budget and, if you don't tell your money where to go, it's gone. There is no doubt about that.
No, you need to budget.
Knowing where your money's going is key to success. And
not paying extra interest that you don't have to pay.
Oh, interest will eat your lunch.
Yeah, look at the interest rate on credit cards. And people nowadays have a lot of credit card debt.
But yeah, we'll drive around for 20 cents looking for cheapest gas, but we'll pay 27% on interest on a credit card.
Yeah, and I know people that do that.
You need to talk to my cousin on
I am a budget expert, so that's the one thing I tell people. If they're like, well, I can't afford a new home, I'm like, let's sit down. It may take us a year, it may take us a 2 year, but I'm committed to you, and we can do this. Inflation is a real thing, but if you know where your money's going, you strategically plan it, you can definitely make it in this world.
I mean, you'd be surprised what a sack lunch and not eating out as often during the week or on the weekends would do to make to where you could afford that house, that mortgage payment.
Just a few
little modifications make a huge deal.
My husband's diagnosis definitely woke us up with that.
Yeah.
I mean, our income dramatically changed whenever, he's diagnosed with cancer. And so we had to really make some changes. And you know what? The Lord has provided, and we've done everything that we could do to, cut and change things. And it just goes to be said that
look at me being out for 7 weeks, and
yeah.
That was a shock. I mean, I go to the hospital thinking, man, I might be here a couple of days, and the surgeon comes in and says, nope, we have to do this. And I'm like, but I don't want to do this. Do you want to live?
Yep.
That's how sick I was. Do you want to live?
You're like, well, I got a show this weekend. I got to go sell guns. Nope, you got to stay.
No, in fact, I'm going to try to go get an OR right now.
All right.
Because if we don't do it today, it's not going to be good for tomorrow. It was that quick and life-changing, guys.
And now, what Jason just said, he's not going back to the OR today. That was the other day.
No.
Yeah.
This was
you got me
7 weeks
nervous there for a minute. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
No.
But money, when your life is at stake, money's not even an issue.
No.
You're just like, okay, we can take care of it.
No, it was a shock, I'll tell you. I'm not going to lie.
That's why it's so important, friends, this morning to think about your neighbors, to think about those in need, and what can we do to help out. And go into a situation with a giving heart. And I'm a big believer. Don't give because you expect something in return. Give because it's what we're supposed to do in
Absolutely.
life. And God will always honor that.
Give because you want to.
Yep.
Don't do it because somebody told you to. Do it because you want to.
Mm-hmm.
When I think of generosity, I'm not saying it just because y'all are sitting here and Jason's sitting here, but Jason helped me move like 4 or 5 times. They came all the way to Georgetown. They just offered. They're like, man, we want to come help you. And they wouldn't even let me pay them anything. I finally gave y'all a device that y'all could use,
And we still use the tar out of it,
Oh,
man.
That's good, man. But I was like, at least let me take y'all to a Mexican restaurant. So we went and ate And man, what was that play? Bridget's watching this morning. I can't even remember the name of it.
Bridget, what's the name of that Mexican restaurant that you guys liked?
I think it's Tequilas. Tequilas is what it's called. Yeah.
I'm not sure. It was the food was great.
Taquitos.
Yeah, it was good. So no, it's called Tequila's Bar and Grill. It's in Round Rock, Texas. That's what it is.
It was a great place. It had great food.
Deneane's over here, kind of like, why didn't I get to go? Well, you didn't come, Deneane. You should have came with Ricky and Jason. We would have invited you.
The moving crew.
I'm just kidding.
No, but that's just what we do, man. We help people when we can.
Well, someone had commented too, real quick. Santa Saucier just said, "Jason, I love the tumbler. I like this tumbler, Jason. Check this out, man."
A friend of mine that we do gun shows with,
Second Amendment one.
She makes all kind of cool tumblers and stuff like that, and Deneane has quite a few of the chicken ones because my wife is the chicken whisperer.
Yeah, hers says yes. I was going to ask her that. Yes, I talk to chickens.
Guys, let me tell you, I'm going to be honest. My wife has 2 pet chickens. That's what we have left. And they actually behave better than the dogs. She can go outside and call them, and those 2 black chickens come running. It doesn't matter where they are, what time of day. They come running when they hear her voice.
Can you do an impersonation of what it sounds like when she calls them?
I am not going to even attempt that. No, when she calls them, they have names.
Do they do tricks for treats?
No, but if you don't give them what they want, they stand at the door and scream.
Oh, man. So.
And they have been known to walk through the door if it's cracked open to say, hey, we're here. We want this or we want that. You know, it's usually either mealworms or bread. Those are their favorites.
It's a simple life for a chicken. Mealworms or bread, and you're happy.
Yeah, the little bloodworms, whatever you want to call them, you buy them at the feed store.
You're good to go. So.
My grandson, my daughter had 2 chickens. Fiona and Red were their names. And he'd come holding Fiona, and she would just go wherever. He was probably 2 years old at the time, and he'd scoop her up and just walk all around. Mm-hmm. She was in the bathroom doing something, and here he comes walking in the bathroom with Fiona, and she's like, go put her outside. But, yeah, it's fun.
Oh, yeah, we had great
Chickens
time.
Are great.
Well, Vicky,
chickens and geese. Deneane had a pet goose for years.
Love it. You know, it's all about the pets, and they bring you joy and fulfillment. And
they do.
Chickens bring you a nice dinner, too, you know, whenever it's time for them to. It's time for them to.
They can provide you breakfast every morning.
They can, and then after they're done, you're like, "Hey, man, that tastes pretty good." You know, chicken meat.
No, you really don't want to do that.
The eggs are the best. Yeah.
Vicky, before we let you go, we do have to wrap up here in just a few moments as we're approaching the 8 a.m. hour. Did want to give you a final opportunity here. We so appreciate you being here. Vicki McKenzie is our real estate expert here with us today. We appreciate her and all the work that she does through the McKenzie Group. How can folks get in touch with you? Maybe today you mentioned education. Somebody's trying to figure out how can I get that new home. How can folks get in touch with you?
I recommend, number one, Facebook or Instagram, you know, Vicki McKenzie Realtor. And that's, you know, probably the easiest way because everybody's on social media, it feels like now. But
and it's nothing to send somebody a message on Messenger.
Right. I have 281-330-9053 is my cell. I give that out regularly. I'm not afraid to give that out at all. If I don't answer, please text me. I definitely respond to text if I'm in meetings or whatever, so that's good. And
because your mailbox is going to stay full within. You know,
yes, yeah. There's nothing more annoying than calling somebody and their mailbox is full. I think
mine stays full. I tried for months to.
Well, I called Deneane, so I don't know that yours is full.
Well, the problem is I get so many sales calls.
True.
You know, from being on the retail side, that you know I can empty it at 9 o'clock and by 11 o'clock.
That's a blessing.
It's full of voicemails. Not really, because most of it is sales calls and stuff that you don't want.
Oh,
you know.
I was thinking your sales, like people that wanted to buy guns.
It's not that. It's from people trying to, you know, they want me to, you know, buy this or look at this or, you know, a bunch of sales calls. And I just gave up. I'm like, I tell my customers, text me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Texting is the best thing. And then I have the McKenzie Group TX.com. That is the website. You can leave your information. I'm working on putting some buyer guides and seller guides, first-time buyer information sheets. So that website is always under construction, I believe, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
Just to keep it fresh and keep things going.
Well, Vicki, send that to us too, and we'll put it under the real estate expert section when you get those ready. So
that'd be awesome.
It's great being here this morning.
It's always good to have
you. I get to see y'all a bunch today.
Yeah,
so.
good energy, and we love you, Vicki. Appreciate all you do, and we're always praying for you and your husband and your family. And I just love just your testimony of faith, and when you're passionate about what you do, great things happen. You're passionate about serving the community. You're passionate about the real estate world, and God is going to continue to bless you and your family very much. So.
Absolutely.
We'll step aside. We'll take a break. We got our winter chicken dinner, and it's not Deneane's chicken, so don't worry about that when we come back. One final opportunity this morning. Text in the keyword chill on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. We'll have national news, a word from more of our sponsors, and we'll wrap it up with our winner when we come back. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville.
USA News, I'm Lance Pry. 11 more hostages have been released by Hamas terrorists as part of a temporary truce with Israel. Dave Collins has more.
Qatar officials said the fourth group of freed hostages does not include any Americans. Earlier today, the White House confirmed the ceasefire agreement has been extended for 2 more days after it was originally set to expire at midnight Eastern Time.
A Southwest Airlines passenger is being evaluated at a hospital after using a plane's emergency exit hatch at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. The incident occurred on the Skyway while the plane was stationary. The passenger climbed onto the plane's wing before being apprehended on the tarmac. The reason for opening the emergency exit is unclear. The Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office reported no criminal charges, and the investigation has been handed over to the feds. The TSA says Sunday broke the single-day travel record. More than 2.9 million people passed through U.S. security checkpoints as people traveled home from Thanksgiving. Airlines also reported record numbers over the holiday. American Airlines says it saw almost 6.5 million customers over Thanksgiving, while United Airlines had 3.2 million passengers between November 17th and November 23rd. If you have not used your Google account for a while, get ready to say hasta la vista, baby.
Google is set to remove inactive accounts starting December 1st. Unattended accounts with photos, calendar entries, emails, contacts, and Drive documents will be deleted. The company says the action is being taken to enhance user security and safeguard against potential threats. I'm John Schaefer.
3 college students of Palestinian descent shot in Vermont were seriously injured over the weekend. The suspect, 48-year-old Jason Eaton, pleaded not guilty in court yesterday. He was ordered held without bail. USA News.
I'd like to introduce you to our new sponsor, Get the Tea. Get the Tea carries all-natural, non-GMO organic teas and supplements made in the USA. Get the Tea's ingredients are the purest available. My favorite is Life Change Tea. Life Change Tea is a gentle daily cleanse containing 12 herbs that, when combined, really keep things moving. I drink it every day, and my energy has never been better. I'm feeling great. Life Change Tea comes in 3 delicious flavors: natural, peppermint, and pomegranate. It's an easy and delicious way to keep your digestion on track. And for those on the go, try D365. D365 is Life Change Tea in a capsule. Drink the tea or take D365 capsules and keep your digestion running smoothly. Go to getthetea.com and enter discount code USA to get 10% off any size order. That's getthetea.com, discount code USA for 10% off your order.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy and even offer hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why at the Color Bar Hair Salon, you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, this is Deneane with Guardian Defense, wishing my husband Jason and all of our family a very blessed Christmas. Love you all. Merry Christmas.
Email your greeting to victory@spiritradio.fm.
Back at it here, 8:05. Supposed to be at work at 8 o'clock. Bye-bye. No job. No job for you. Make sure you're at work. If you're supposed to be there at 8, show up at like 7:50. Bring donuts. Bring taquitos.
Right.
Actually, show up over here at 7:30, then head to work.
Yeah.
Show over here with us.
Yeah, that would have been great this morning.
Do that for us, Huntsville. We love you. We appreciate you. It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks since any food's been coming in here. It'll happen, though. It'll happen.
It will.
We appreciate everybody joining us as always. Thanks for being a part of this show. Great things happening here in this community today. We talked about WCRC at noon, Walker County Referral Cooperative, still working on our
Business Expo.
Piney Woods Business Expo. You'll continue to see more information about that soon, how your business can get involved, chamber events going on,
Maybe you
and
want
so
to be a
much more.
sponsor. You own a business. Hey, we're still taking sponsors.
We are. So, and we'll have more information on where you can find that soon. We got a meeting today at noon, and going to be a lot of fun out there. We are going to head over. I got to get rolling here in the next few minutes. Let's head over to our Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. I've got a swag bag going to be given away today, and I have no idea who this is. I think it's maybe a first timer. I don't know. You going to do it, Jason?
No, you're going to do it.
Deneane's going to do it?
No, Rob's going to do it.
They may not answer. When they don't answer is when we give away $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, this is Lee. Sorry I can't take your call
Oh!
Lee, we had $100,000 we were giving away today.
Dang, Lee missed out.
Oh, man, you missed out. Well,
Wait till I give him a hard time about that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Lee just missed out on $100,000, and we only did it for that call.
Yeah. Now it's a swag bag.
Yeah, it's a swag bag. Yeah, I lied.
He's going to watch the replay later.
That's all right. You can't win them all. Well,
No.
you can if you answer your phone.
That's it.
This person has won before.
Good morning. How are you?
Good
morning.
Do you know who this is?
I do.
You've won before.
Good morning. Hello, Huntsville. Let's go Hornets.
Hey, Stingo.
There we go.
Do you know who this is, Deneane?
I know the voice, but I'm trying to figure it out.
She didn't drive by this morning and honk. Did you drive by this morning and honk at us?
I did drive by, but I didn't honk. Y'all look like y'all were in deep conversation. Everybody had the headphones on, and y'all were like, I'm thinking y'all were talking game plan.
We were. It was a very serious game plan conversation.
And I'm thinking you were probably saying, we need to call the city mayor, the new city mayor, and say, close down all businesses at 3 o'clock to head to Houston.
Yeah, NRG, they're closing them down. You know that. The Hornets down to the final, what are we, 2 games away from the state championship. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's exciting.
I know we're sitting over here debating, if we get off at 5, can we make it there by 7?
If you break a few laws, you could, yeah. So you could.
You just have to be lucky with the traffic.
Yeah, just break a few laws. Hit that gas pedal on that HOV lane, and bam, you're there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Put the pedal to the metal. HOV.
To the Hardy.
There's a
Hardy
rap.
to 59. Yes, we could do it.
There's a rap about that too, Irma. It goes, HOV ain't got no time for me. Put the pedal to the metal. Look, that's it. HOV ain't got no time for me. Put the pedal to the metal because I'm going 90.
I love it.
There you go. Irma Dowden, our wonderful asset to our community, and her wonderful Mama Lupe. We love y'all very much. She is over at the
I
voter
love
registration
y'all.
office. So,
Oh, thank you so much. She was already up and ready to go walking.
well, we're bringing you a swag bag a little bit later, Irma, so congratulations. And
you
got it. Thanks for texting to win this morning.
Okay, thank you so much. Love y'all.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
That's Irma. She's over at the tax office, or at the voter. Don't say tax office. Voter registration office.
Well, it's in the same building.
A little easier over there, you know.
Yeah.
Voter registration is a little bit easier than the tax.
It
office.
is. Yep.
So it's because Irma's over there. We love them all, though. We love all of you. And you know, there's folks that are listening right now. I know this morning, Dolores over at Wiesner. We want to say good morning to you. She had said, "Man, I've been watching the show and enjoying it." Some of our friends over at Walker County Title are joining us, I know, this morning, and we receive feedback from so many folks, and we just love the opportunity to lift you up and encourage you here on this show.
Yes, we do.
Before we go, I got to get rolling in the next 60 seconds, Jason. Got something here, Deneane. What do you got for us?
Sam Houston women's basketball. Save the date, school day, Friday, December the 1st. I'm not sure exactly who they're playing.
But it's $4 a person.
It's $4 for a ticket, and it's K through 12 at 11 o'clock.
Okay. So that's and you can find out more information on Twitter at the Sam Houston Women's Basketball. Coach Sim, I know, had sent that out. So
yes.
So pretty, and that's this Friday as well, right?
That's this Friday.
What time is it at?
At 11 o'clock.
So see, you can go to that.
So they want K through 12. The schools are wanting to get schools more involved in it. And
yeah, so the kiddos can come out and check it out. All you got to do is you can go to that, and then you can take more of the day off and go to the Hornet game that night.
Yeah.
So, or that afternoon. So, yeah. Jason, so good to have you back with us, man.
It's great to be back.
Yes,
I enjoyed it. I've been missing it.
Jay Tom back in the house, and we appreciate all the wonderful listeners, the viewers. Appreciate Guardian Defense, and a big thanks again to Elliot Herslick from Elliot's Jewelers, and also Paul Oley of the gallery. My friend, this will wrap it up today.
Yes.
On a Tuesday. So get out there, make an impact, friends. As I end every broadcast, I want to remind you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We truly do need each other. So provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. We love you, Huntsville. We'll see you back at it bright and early tomorrow, Wednesday, with our friends from Tomorrow's Promise, Rick and Kay Boning. And Rick, I'll get that brisket out of the freezer for you, buddy. We'll see you later. Have a blessed day, everyone. God bless you, and thanks for being a part of the show.